used to go to exercises down at the little oval, and one day I must have had a stroke and was wandering around the car park, and the daughter was putting the grandchild back on the plane to Canberra, and she rang up and couldn't find me, so she came down to the oval, and I was right in the middle of a stroke. And she took me to the doctor at the Glenelg I go to, and he said straight to Flinders. And I was unconscious for about 4 weeks, and so I landed in here. But I've had cancer twice and 2 strokes, so. Carmel Fletcher, and I'm 88 and a half. If I'm truthful, I have times when I wish I was back home. But the day I walked in the front door here, I said to myself that this feels like home.
I was in another home and I heard 2 girls arguing outside the door, staff girls, and the language they were using I've heard better down on the wharf. And I rang the wife and said, get me out of here. John William Mager. I'm 77 years old and I'm confined to a wheelchair for the last 4 years because I've got no balance. And they put me in here, and I've been here since the 28th of January 2019. Nearly 3 years. Very happy with the place. I would describe it as a top-rate holiday home.
When you think you don't have to do washing, ironing, cooking, cleaning, you know, all those things you don't have to do, it's all paid for and done. And I must say the staff have been wonderful.
No, they're fantastic. They don't lose their temper, nothing, no.
Staff is good, they're very friendly, efficient. Yeah.
I suffered like everybody that goes to these places. The first thing is rejection. You feel rejected. You feel it could have to be another answer than this. And you wangle with that for 6 months, you think about it, and you feel you've been let down and everything. Then you begin to realise there's more to these places than meets what you think. And I had a good compliment paid to me last week. There's no worse person in the world for these places. You're never going to get me in a home and all this sort of thing. And we was talking about it yesterday, funny enough. This stigma for these places goes back to the workers of 100 years ago, and they've still carried on today. And until we get rid of all this old claims, it's never going to change, you see. But when I was brought up, to be put into work is next to prison. I'm Clifford Rattenbury, and I'm 95. But I mean, since I've been in here 5 years, I've changed a lot. And now, funny enough, my wife said to me only last week, she said, if I get to the point where I can't manage anymore, I wouldn't mind coming in here. Now that's something for her to say that. But I think you've only changed her outlook on these places since come visiting me for 5 years and realised that it's not as bad as what she perceives it to be. I think it's a good system what they got here. I mean, this is one of the best, you know what I mean? There's some rough ones out. But I mean, I'm thought about you got to judge what you yourself was. And I would say the 5 years I've been here, it's been good. I moved down here and it's the best thing I ever done here.
My balance has gone is my major problem. Then I was finding it difficult to cook for my lunch, having meals on wheels, and then the doctor actually suggested that I came into here because his father was in here and it was very good, yes. And then one morning, this is silly, I was getting out of bed, sitting on the edge of the bed, putting my socks on, and I slipped off. I didn't fall, I slid off the end, and I couldn't get up. So then one thing led to another. Elizabeth Ann French, I will be 97 next month. And I had a look, I had a look round to see what it's like before I applied. I was impressed, and they just won the best aged care home in South Australia that year, so I've been in here nearly 3 years now.
My wife was ill here, and my stepson and my daughter, they said, why don't you move into here with where Oma is, like where my wife is. Fred Lorenz, 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 and I'm 87. My wife moved into here because she was ill, and I moved in here too. It was very difficult to get in here, but somehow my personal doctor and my daughter arranged it that I came in. I have a liver problem, not serious, doesn't bother me, but I have, and they use that as an excuse to get in here. And so that's about 12 years ago. Oh, now here, 8 years ago. Yeah, I like it because firstly they look after you in every way. They clean every day, which is unusual for I know of places where they don't do that. But this one is A1. It is. Yeah.
And I said to my daughter, then my second husband passed away, and I said, I can't stay on my own. I was getting help, from the government, this business, and I had Meals on Wheels, but the people come and go. You're still all day by yourself. I'm Hendrika Presland. I said to my daughter, I think it's time that I have to go in a nursing home. She said, okay, Mum, I'll fix it. So she got in contact with a few nursing homes, and then all of a sudden she says to me, because she was up this way as well, she says, something in Mitcham. We went there, and it didn't appeal to me. It was spotless, it was clean, it looked too clean. So we went home, and then my daughter rang again that night. She said, Mum, be ready again tomorrow morning. And we come here. As soon as I walked in that reception area, I knew there is something about this place that is inviting, there is warmth. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Everybody was friendly. We met the boss, and he took us around, the CEO. He took us all around. That was it. Within 2 days I was here. And from day one I thoroughly enjoyed it. They are kind, they respect you, and I've got nothing but praise for them.